Breaking news, my country people. This sit-at-home crisis don dey enter another level. Una know say Simon Ekpa don write the US government, even the EU government. Currently, he's demanding for a visa ban for the Enugu state governor, Mbah, over the killings of traders in his state. My country people, this one na another problem o. Simon Ekpa himself, the self-acclaimed disciple of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has written to the European Union and even the United States of America over the killings and the alleged human rights violation carried out by Governor Mbah of Enugu State against residents in his state. And yes, Simon Ekpa condemned the sealing of businesses and the killings of residents for protesting against closing their shops while demanding for a visa ban on Governor Mbah. Now, it was reported on Wednesday that security agencies that Governor Mbah deployed to the Ogbete main market killed 2 traders and injured several others when the traders took to the streets to protest the sealings of their shops by the government for not opening on Monday, for not opening their businesses on Monday. Now, it should be recalled that IPOB, this group have been agitating for Biafra. In September 2021, they called for every Monday sit-at-home protests in the southeast region to force the Nigerian government to release their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, which has been in the custody since June 2021, despite various court judgments discharging him of any crime that was labeled against him by the federal government. Residents of the southeast, including Enugu State, have been observing this sit-at-home on Mondays until July 5th, 2023, when Mbah declared a ban on this sit-at-home, insisting that the protest was ruining the economy of the state. So he warned that any businesses, markets, or school that did not open on Mondays, they would be shut down indefinitely. And true to his threats, on Monday, Mbah began to seal businesses, banks he accused of sitting at home. And in the end, he sealed over 106 shops and malls and vowed that these sealed shops would remain closed for 1 week before his government would even consider whether to unseal the shops or to auction the shops if certain conditions are met. So, my country people, following this very development, Simon Ekpa condemned the brutal attack on the people of Biafra who were exercising their fundamental human rights to protest in a letter written to the international community. And then, my country people, Simon Ekpa has written a letter against Governor Mbah. He accused Peter of confiscating and locking up people's businesses and the means of sustenance without recourse of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria or any charter or any treaty nor convention known anywhere in the civilized world. Simon Ekpa have decided to bring it to the notice of the US government of this gross violation of the fundamental human rights abuse of people of Enugu State and Biafra in the southeast region of Nigeria by Mbah, the governor of Enugu State. So, my country people, Mbah has been going around confiscating, locking up people's businesses and a means of substance without recourse to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria or any charter or any treaty known anywhere in the civilized world, thereby denying the people of Enugu State the right to their personal property and free enterprise, which is bad according to Simon Ekpa. Now, my country people, today, 26th of July, he ordered the 26th of July, he ordered the massacre of protesters in Enugu State, where 2 innocent Biafrans were massacred and many were injured. And according to Simon Ekpa, Mbah is currently in court for academic certificate forgery during the last election in Nigeria. The elders and the religious leaders in Enugu State have been calling for Mbah to resign from office. Hence, in a bid to save his political life, he has resorted to playing a scourge to the ruling Islamic party, the All Progressive Congress of Nigeria, who in turn is using Peter Obi to hunt down their perceived political opponents, which is the Christians in Enugu State and in Biafra land. So in this letter, Simon Ekpa have notified the US government, the European Union, of the atrocities of Peter Mbah and the ruling Islamic APC party in Nigeria, and has requested the EU and the US to impose a visa ban on Governor Peter Mbah and to add him to the list of terrorists and haters of freedom and democracy in Nigeria. My country people, this one don pass to be careful matter. This one wey be say Simon Ekpa now don come chook mouth for this matter, so tey he come dey write letter dey give the US government, even the European Union, say make dem come see wetin Peter Mbah dey do for southeast region o. So my country people, this matter don dey enter another level, because at this point I'm sure the end game of this issue is the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from DSS custody. That is the major problem right now. That is the major problem. If the government should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then those people that are going around in the southeast region perpetrating evil in the guise of the sit at home, they would be apprehended, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been released. So they won't have any means or any excuse to justify or carry out their evil acts of imposing a sit at home order in the southeast region, or the illegal sit-at-home order. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released today, anybody that comes and say, oh, we are imposing a sit-at-home order, that person would be apprehended. But then, my country people, everything now is tied on the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But Simon Ekpa now don carry this matter for head. He don talk say, as e dey be like this, so the US government and the European Union, they must issue a visa ban on this Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah over the killings of his own people, the killings of traders who only came out to protest because their source of livelihood were cut from them. Peter Mbah confiscated their properties, their businesses. How would they survive? Now they had to stage a protest. So my country people, this is a very serious issue. Most people have been calling for the unseal of all businesses in Enugu State. Even the Ohaneze Ndigbo have condemned the killings of traders in Enugu State over the protest that they staged, because the government refused to open their shops. And this development has led to killings of 2 persons by security agencies. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.